Well, we're all done with the first day of playoffs. EG has made it after a 3-1 series plagued with pauses. Of course, this coverage is brought to you by Alienware. So, Jiizuke, what was going on? What caused these pauses?
Basically, it was only for game poses, right? Only fourth game.
It was, yeah, I think it was. There
The
might have been
day,
one in third game, but I think it was like fourth game took like an hour to finish, maybe more
yeah.
because of all the
So
pauses.
basically, after a fight on River, uh, Zezal could not use his flash even if it was up. It was like it was available, but it was green. It was like gray at the same time. But his
Yes.
cooldown was finished, so he could not flash, and there was a Drake fight coming up, and we really needed the flash of that. So we were like pausing and figuring out what to do. And then in the end, it was like a bug with basically X Flash and Kalista Ultimate that made
Yeah.
this bug happen. And then it's like we had to Chrono Break in the end because there was no other option. And it was pretty funny when the pause went off. Like we were like, where are they? By the way, we didn't remember where were they, and we
Yeah.
were like just watching. And then the pause goes off, and then they're all engaging me. I'm like, what the fuck? They're there, and
It had
then
just
we're
been that
engaging us.
long that you guys had
Yeah,
forgotten.
yeah. I was like, wait, what? I'm top. It's 1 minute before. What's going on here?
Yeah.
And then we were just surviving mid, and then we won a fight, and then yeah, we took Nasher,
Yes.
and game was like going in our favor again, basically.
Well, I mean, what was going on with all you guys as you're in that pause? Because I assume you can't get up and go do something because Riot doesn't want you like looking at the VOD or anything. So I'm how does that work?
actually, actually, we were for 1 hour, so everyone. I think even any team asked to go bathroom and stuff. Like for me,
Okay.
I feel like I was drinking water, and I finished my water during the game, during the
Right.
pause. So I'm like, I have to get water, but I cannot play without water. So I just went and I took water, and I went bathroom and stuff. And I think enemy team did as well. Like first 20, 30 minutes, we could not talk, but then after they allowed us to talk and do stuff, basically. Like
Yeah.
it was just it had to be because we were in the same spot sitting for 1 hour 30.
Do you think there's any way that that's like an integrity issue because like their team or your team could like gone to the bathroom and opened up a phone and like looked at where everything was on the VOD, right?
Actually, the game was 7 minutes banned or something for us.
Hmm.
Like when we ended the game, we went to watch and we were 5 minutes, 6 minutes banned. We had to see
Okay.
like we were at a point that we didn't do anything, so we were watching the game with our coaches basically because they didn't know
Gotcha.
what happened, but they were screaming that we won. So they actually
Yes.
did not know, but we were looking at it together and we were winning again. Basically, it was fun.
Well, talk to me about that. Talk to me about that backdoor call where you guys all just started funneling in because obviously Twitch chat and commentators, everybody was just going insane during that moment. So,
Yeah.
what were those calls like, and especially as you two died and you had the other three coming in?
Yeah, we so basically Pantheon was dead for 15 seconds. Or Pantheon, everyone is alive but Pantheon, and they're gonna rush on Nashor. They're gonna rush. So we're like, we have two inhibitors bot. They have top tower and top inhibitor up, and we're like, they will go Nashor for sure here. And we're just calling our three men to just start Nashor with Kalista. They have to be scared. And
Yeah.
I think they were thinking that we were trapping around Nashor, me and Pantheon, like combo, and just watch us on. But instead, we were waiting Atrix to pass to his jungle, or just TP in the fight, and then we would ult, and then we did. So we were like, we planned it basically. It was just at this point, I think their skilling was really insane compared to us. So we just had to win by splitting, honestly, or like
Yeah.
just abuse like mechanical mistake by other Walter level power fuel. Yeah, and yeah, the split push one was cool. I think when they pause the first time, it was the first thing I said. I think we can win this game by split. Then there was like 20, 30 minutes long. I didn't even know what was going on anymore. And then Zizel comes and he's like, yes, by the way, you can ult in 20 base and win the split. I'm like, yeah, I said this before. You're right. like this. It was pretty fun.
That game that you guys lost, what went wrong in it? Because it did seem like Well, here I'll get into the beginning of the fourth game in a second, but I'd love to know about third game because it did seem like you guys were on a pretty good roll before then.
Yeah, third game we basically did the same draft as second game, but with Sejuani instead of Gragas.
Hmm.
And just I think we just we were too relaxed. I think it was like what we have to remember from third game, the second game to third game, it was like that we didn't lose top. We were playing 3v3 mid to bot and we were ahead bot. So it was like the game was playable. But like in third game, instead, they were winning top, they were pushing mid into top and having Akuma, and bot was even, or like maybe 10, 50 CS ahead, but it was like little. And like PoE could do whatever he wanted because he had full vision mid. And like I was like, guys, if we don't get vision, these people will always roam. And like because I can win 1-1 in that matchup, and it's like yeah, I think we just played wrong, and then we're like, okay, we don't have any choice but scale and try to outplay after. And I think even then we had chances to win. We just played bad individually. I think I did one mistake on a fight, on Drake fight. I hid and then I didn't flash out. And then there are some as well from Bang, I think.
Yeah.
So it's like we just played bad individually and then we couldn't come back. They just played better. And yeah, that's basically it, I think.
So then the start of that fourth game happens, and you guys all just dive bottom twice.
Yeah.
And you take the tower, and I think everybody was just like, all right, well, this game is done. And then things started to go sideways for you right after. I mean, so do you think you guys just got overconfident after that first win in the bot lane?
Like for me, I saw our match at bot, and I said, I think I can play Talayer and dive bot permanent. And it was exactly how it happened. And the fun fact was that they were matching for men, and actually in the comms, my team, my three other players were saying, okay, let's go back, therefore, and then they were going back in. I'm like, guess we can just fight under the tower. We have better champions. Then we just went in, and Phyllis lost like 30 CS, like because we did it 2 times. The first time it worked, and we just denied CS, and they gave up fully. And the second time they went almost all in, and we just fight 4v4 under their tower. But I was like, I was screaming, yeah, what the fuck are you doing? You know, what the fuck are you? Just go in. I was actually screaming in the comms, and we just went for it, and they were so banned after that.
Nice.
So it was actually sad that we lost the advantage after. But yeah, that's another thing. Like if we didn't die a few times and if we played better mid to, well, our bot lane, I guess it was like really easy to win, I think.
Yeah, do you think you guys just got cocky because, you were up 2 games and then you stomped them bot lane, like, why did it like get sloppy at that point in time?
I think it was just we played slow, right? The first 2-3 games. So it was like did you get sloppy? I think we just got, maybe we did get overconfident, yeah. We are like, we don't have to do anything and we're going to win the game.
Yeah.
But in the fourth game, at least when I logged in Talia, I knew I had to be like vocal. And if I was vocal, then I could snowball the game with Sven bot. And I mean, I know as well that my bot is going to win the lane with that matchup against that matchup, so it makes things easier. And it's like, I felt like I didn't do much first 3 games, so I wanted to just give my all on 4 game, and that's what I did, yeah. It was like really basic EU dive game, like level 3, you just dive somewhere with Prime, yeah.
I'm also kind of curious, what what do you think of the fact that you got second in the all-team voting? That seems like it must be pretty good for you, right?
Yeah, I didn't expect it because I, of course, played not so good in the first half, but I think I played pretty good in the second half still. And I think just on the other end, the other mid laners played really bad in the second half. So I think it was meant to happen, but I still didn't expect it. Like I thought I would be third, maybe, but I didn't really care if I would get in or not because I didn't perform right, so I did not deserve it.
What
I only showed a little of what I could have done, basically.
What do you think changed for you in the first half versus the second half?
Just um, I think I have to go back to our Korean bootcamp to say everything, but it's like in the Korean bootcamp when we were bootcamping, I was like bringing my style and playing aggro whenever I could. It was like really crazy stuff. And then on the first half, I stopped a bit because I think at that point I was doing so many mistakes and my form was not good, so I lost the trust of my teammates
Yeah.
for a bit and also my coaches. So it's like I just felt I had to slow down and try to adapt to any playstyle and stuff. But I think when I got my confidence back on the second half, it was more like enemy cannot play like this, and then I'm back to being my old self, where I'm just confident to play for enemy phase, to roam when it should happen, to 1v2 on side, whatever, you know. It's like it was just a spark. I'd say it's like I think this is the moment I can play like my old self again, you know.
Yeah.
But I wanted to chill a bit just because I think it was just dangerous to keep playing like that before because I just did so many mistakes that my team did not trust me anymore, I think.
Well, I remember you were pretty cocky in an interview with me maybe like 5 weeks ago or so, where you were saying that you felt like you were maybe better than most of the NA mids. You said something like that.
Mm.
And I remember at the time, like some of the comments I think on that interview were like, "Oh wow, this guy thinks." But how do you feel about yourself compared to the other North American? Sorry, I shouldn't say North American mid laners, but LCS mid laners right now.
I mean, when I did this intro, it was first week, right? So it was like I just came back from Korea and solo killing every single mid in a solo queue and in scrims. Then I play against NA and it's like they don't even play any face. So I was like, yeah, I'm just better than anyone else. But it's like the fact is that while I think I am better laning phase than most people, or maybe I am the best laning phase wise, but it's like NA is just different from you because you it's a fight 3v3 24/7,
Yeah.
while like NA needs to just wait for their jungler and then they play aggro or they fake. Or they're like the junglers always go mid first to back up for their mid and then they can go back, but it's like
Yeah, I remember you said
I'm
nobody
not.
wants to play for lane
Yeah,
before.
yeah. It's like yeah, they just wait for resources, right? They don't fake pressure on or anything, and if they do, it's because they actually have a pressure to back it up. So at one point, I was like, "Wait, is this guy? What is he fake pressure? That he doesn't know? Like, what's happening here? Why we're just sitting back like this?" I'm like, and then I just you can call it, I guess, study the mentality of enemy mids, but it's like. Yeah, like this series, it can be an example. Like we didn't play good, I think, like vision wise, some games. So PoE could go on the wave all the time, and Ignar was in fog 24/7. So it
Yeah.
was like really hard for me to get prio and go Rome. But instead of the fourth game, we went dive mid into bot really easy when we actually contested the 3v3 because it's like there are many matchups right now that who can go on the wave just basically wins prio,
Yeah.
and most of the times it was PoE that could go on the wave the series. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, I'm trying to think. Okay, so based off of tomorrow's match, you play whoever comes out 100 Thieves in Cloud9. I think most people would assume that that's going to be Cloud9, barring a
Yeah.
huge upset like we saw with G2. You know, no, who knows what's going to happen.
Don't talk to me about G2. When we were ending the game on fourth game, I saw something happening. I'm like, don't cancel us, don't cancel us, don't cancel us. Like I saw Caps just portal into W, cancel two outs. I'm like,
It was a
I don't
flashback
want.
for you.
Yeah, yeah. And then I did not Zonya when Aatrox last hit because the server was lagging. Actually, the server was lagging and I couldn't not Zonya because it was also the problem of the process. It was lagging really hard in game, and
Oh, it was
it was
lagging. Were you lagging or just the whole server?
everyone was lagging. Everyone was lagging really hard, so we posted as well for that. It was first flash, and then when we came back, we did the fight with like 200 ping, and then we posted again, and then yeah, I think at Nexus it was lagging anyway. I pressed my Zonya, I swear, it did not go off. So I'm like, no way, it's happening again. No way. And then our team is like, hey guys, we won the fight here, but we're coming. I'm like, yeah, sure. Okay. Come guys, just don't die to Aatrox and whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, you just split, and then you see Seth and Dorn going a different way like this. It's just too funny. But yeah. About the question is like...
oh yeah, how do you think you'll do against Cloud9, assuming that's who you'll face?
I mean, of course, I think Cloud9 will win, but as you said, it's the year of upsets, so anything can happen, and just put like the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. I'll just give you that, and we will see who wins tomorrow. I'll be watching, but I expect Cloud9 to win.
Oh, but so tomorrow you're saying you expect Cloud9 to win?
Yeah.
I was saying, what happens to you guys next week? Like, if you, assuming you face Cloud9, how do you think you will do?
Well, I think next week we are gonna have a better showing than today. Just because, like, this week we didn't have a break day, because we played on Sunday, and then it was like we played on Monday tiebreakers.
Yeah.
And then we could choose if we will do 4 days practice with a break day or 3 days practice with a break day. And we did not have a break day. And for me, my mental started to drop a bit. Like yesterday, today I hinted sometimes, many times maybe. I have to watch a bit, but maybe I think I played fine on 4th game and 2nd game, I guess. For first game it was like split, but still I did many mistakes in all the games I played. So it was like I felt really off, and I think it was like we just didn't rest this week. Like we didn't have time to think about our mental state and everything.
Yeah.
So I think instead for next week we're gonna have 1 or 2 break days, because we have a lot of time. We play next Saturday, so it's like I think we're gonna be a better version of ourselves for sure.
Awesome. Well, hey, thank you so much, Jiizuke, for the interview. Anything you want to say to any of the fans?
Just thank you for supporting us, and be healthy, and take care of Corona. Stay inside your houses, and keep watching us playing. We are gonna distract you just by watching us.
Awesome. Well, hey, thank you so much, Jiizuke, for the interview. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things esports right here on my YouTube channel. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my content during this time. I know it is a wild world that we are in, and you know, the interviews might feel a little weird because we're doing them remotely, and I know there's some tech issues as I'm doing this all by myself. I have a editor who's going to help me kind of do some polish on these things, but I do want to give a shout out to Alienware, as I always do. But like, listen, this is a unique way for me to talk about them, because honestly, I can do so much from my office because of their support and what they've provided me. So I have a couple pictures I want to show you. This is actually my home office setup, just for streaming and recording content, all that stuff. You can see all the monitors. I've got a giant 55-inch gaming monitor that's above me that I'm able to use for like reviewing footage and all that stuff. It's actually just such a sick setup. Here's a picture of me loading up the League client to play some TFT on it. But it's actually such a great situation for me right now to have access to this stuff and to be able to do everything that I can do from this setup. And if I had something less, I don't think I'd be able to. So thank you so much to Alienware for supporting me, for getting me all this gear, for everything that they've done so that I can produce the content that I need to do from home, as we're all working from home. So do me a favor, maybe go check them out at alienware.com/Travis. I really appreciate it.